Okay. I think that should be better now. Yep, cool. Make sure the audio's working real quick. Yep, cool. Perfect. Guess we're waiting just a little bit longer, I guess. And wait on a couple more drivers. We only have 18 so far that have showed up. Where on earth is the bloody... Where are the standings? No, there it is. Pacific Series. Pacific Open Series Tier 1. Alright. I don't know who else we're missing, but should be getting on now, I would assume. Wait, no more. One more. We're waiting for Levi. Okay, so go away with that voice chat stuff. Ugh. Well, we got the check-in, but well, from some couple of people, but we're still waiting on one more person. Alright, well, looks like he's a no-show, so we'll go ahead and get going. Oh well, that's fine. 18 people for the grid, that's pretty good. Overall. And once everyone gets all... There we go then. Well, once the screen fades to black, we'll start the introductions and stuff. Hello everyone and welcome to round 2 of the Pacific Open Series Tier 1 here on Race Spec Esports. I'm KD1997, your lead commentator for tonight's race, and this time we are racing at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix. First broke ground back in 1978, was formerly known as the El Notre Dame Circuit, located on the St. Lawrence River of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. This circuit is one of the most technical and one of the most demanding racetracks on the Formula 1 calendar, with a total distance of 4.361 kilometers, making it with 14 turns and three DRS zones. One that leads down the main straightaway towards turn 1, the other one that leads at the exit of turn 6, leading into turn 7, and of course at the casino straight, leading down towards the fast chicanes of fast chicane, I should say, sorry, of turns 13 and 14. There will be a lot of track limit penalties to keep an eye out as well. This circuit is well known for that. here in Montreal. You got to be very wary of all the track limits, especially cutting the chicanes of turns 3 and turn 4. And of course, turn 7 and turn 8, and not to mention as well turns 13 and 14. But yeah, we'll see how the drivers will get on tonight. Do I have audio, out of curiosity? Okay, I do. I was just making sure, because I thought I wasn't hearing anything. And also, looking over the stewards' reports, there were no stewards' reports submitted by the drivers from last week's race at Spain. So the final standings from that race remain completely unchanged. In the Drivers' Championship, currently is Sebastian Spicer that's leading the way on 30 points, followed by Levi Tiger Pants in second with 23. Blake Stevenson is in third with 20, followed by T-Mac in fourth with 17, and Matt Plevy rounds out the top 5 with 16 points. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes are leading the way on 39 points, followed by Ferrari in second with 36. Red Bull Racing in third with 23, AlphaTauri in fourth with 18, along with McLaren in fifth. That's pretty much it in terms of all the news and introductions. We can now focus on qualifying. And also, I need to do one more thing. I think I still got this on miles an hour. Yep, change that for kilometers per hour for all the Australian and New Zealand audience. And tell you what, since we are riding along with Funana, who is in the Alfa Romeo for tonight, he'll give us a lap guide here around Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, around this 4.3 kilometer racetrack, as he cuts all the chicane and has invalidated this and the next lap. So he will not do that, such a thing. Let's see, who can we try instead? Apollo Pepsi's on the intermediates. How many of them are intermediates? 2. Okay, well, let me see who is actually close to being on a flying lap, who is not on the intermediate tires. There is an Alpine coming up towards the Castillo Straight. That is Eagle. So, we'll, I guess we'll try him, unless the Haas, that might be Bagas, or Bagus, or whatever you want to call him. Sorry if I butcher your name. But anyway, whoa, as he nearly lost the back end. Can I have a clean driver, a driver to start a clean lap? Please. Eagle, can you get through the final chicane? Thank you. You get through the final chicane. Down the main straightaway. Towards turn 1. DRS wide open. Heading in towards the first corner. Down to 4th gear. Clips the inside apex as well. Maybe missed the apex just a little bit there at turn 2. It's a bit of a traction zone as well when you get out of turn 2 as well. Got to be very wary. Through turns 3 and 4. Very technical part of the racetrack. Now into turn 5 and into the braking zone of turn 6. Down to 3rd gear. Hugs the inside apex, gets to there very nice, very clean as well from him. Elvis DRS again, now heads up towards turn 7 and 8. Another bit of chicane, this time a right-left chicane. Entry speed about 300 kilometers per hour as he heads through the chicane. Now up towards the hairpin of turn 12. Hard on the brakes, brings it down to 3rd. Hugs the inside apex as best you can, and also gets a good little exit out of that chicane. Through the kink at 12. Now down the Casino Straight. Open the DRS. Heading up towards now the famous Wall of Champion chicane. Turns 13 and 14. If you get it wrong, well, you end up in the right side wall. As, well, he did not do such a thing, but Eagle has invalidated his lap. Let's see what the time would have been if he did complete the lap. It would have been a 1:10.4. It would have been into pole position by 6/10, believe it or not. Steely has become the first casualty by crashing at turns 6 and 7. Let's see who I can find. I think that might be Bagus. The car is right there on the left side wall, so lost control of the exit of turn 6, and he is officially out of qualifying here in Canada. Not a good start for him, unfortunately, especially how this track is a bit of a tricky track to negotiate through the grid. As Matt Plevy, well, now I was gonna say Matt Plevy, but now it's Sebastian Spicer that goes to the top of the table. 1:09.925. The first driver to crack into the 1:09. Matt Plevy did a 1:10.0. Great Jokes did a 1:10.0. 11.3, along with Vitani with an 11.0, and Bagus and Grimmy with an 11.0 as well. Like Stevenson with a 14.6 and Paul with a 14.7. That's obviously because they're on the intermediates. Combined is currently on a fine lap, and not getting ready very shortly. Farmer Sam about to complete his flying lap here. Around the... Oh! He nearly lost the back end at the exit of that final chicane. He probably lost about a couple of tenths there. He does a 1:10.3. That's still a respectable lap, I'd say, by the Aston Martin driver. Very quick driver here on this sort of grid here. Ryan Bell. I've seen him on a few occasions, how quick he can be. But he does not set a valid lap because he cut the final chicane. And plus, it wasn't really a lap I would think he would do, considering his pace. Midas and the Red Bull heading up towards now turn 11, towards the hairpin of turn 11. Brings it down to third as he heads around the hairpin. Now back on the gas, up towards Casino Straight. Open the rear wing, heading up towards now the final chicane of the Wall of Champions. See what kind of peak speed from the Red Bull is. About 330 kilometers per hour, at least, or about just over 207 miles per hour. Midas crosses the line. We'll set a 1 minute 10.4, puts him into P5. He actually had a purple final sector, according to the minimap. Whether he's got more time or not is yet to be determined. Funai has a validated his lap again. Ryan Bell will now complete his flying lap down towards the main straight, and he backs out and sets a 13.4. Interesting. He was gonna, it seemed like he was gonna put up a decent time, but then he decided, for whatever reason, decides not to do the lap. Okay. I guess. Hello, Bags. I just saw your comments. Jesus Christ, Ryan Bell. This isn't a rally car, my man. This is a Formula 1 car, and you're drifting it like... Actually, no, not more like a rally car, more like a drift car. That thing was losing its rear end. Big time. Yeah, Formula Drift, I'd say. Let's see, Raffi heading up towards the first sector, 19.8 for the Williams. At the moment, T-Mac, how are you doing? You're at a 42.1 to the middle sector, apparently purple according to the mini-map. Alright, opens up the DRS, we'll head up towards the final chicane. Yellow flags out, that's probably just for some cars getting out of the way, I guess. T-Mac heading towards the final chicane. Fifth gear. Clipping the apexes. Maybe clipping a little bit of the wall as well at the exit of the chicane. And sets a 1:10.5. Puts himself into P6 for now. Let's see. Raffi, he's just about to finish the lap. I'm going to say that's a high 1:10. No, I was wrong. It's a low 1:11, a 1:11.297. As he decides to Sergio Perez the corner there by cutting all of it of turn 2. Let's see how Eagle can do. He was looking at a promising lap before. 19.7 to the first. Not the time that would get him towards pole, I guess, as Baggett goes to P6 with a 1:10.481. Grimmy now goes to third with a 1 minute 10.283. So he looked pretty quick on that lap, it seemed. Eagle heading up towards the middle sector. He's got a bit of traffic as well, and a little bit of plume of smoke to deal with as he heads around the hairpin of turn 11. To the kick at 12. Now open the DRS once again. Opens up the rear wing. We'll head up towards the final chicane. Yellow flags at turns 6 and 7. That's for Mercedes. Probably either Sebastian Spicer or Grimmy, whatever the two may be. Grejos goes to P2, 1:10.0. Eagle goes to P9, 1 minute 10.6. Spicer has Bat out of his lap as Matt Plevy now goes to the top with a 1 minute 9.833. Very good lap there from Mr. Race Spec. Blake Stevenson, Matt Plevy's teammate up towards turns 3 and 4 in the other Ferrari. Actually, he's also low on Barry, I've just noticed as well. Maybe he just did this lap. Yeah, he just did. Okay. Apollo Pepsi, 1 minute 10.323, puts him into P6. It's Farmer Sam. For whatever reason, goes behind a Ferrari and decides, maybe I just won't bother. Midas, he's on a flying lap. Hey up towards turn 2, down to 3rd. Modulates the throttle at the exit of turn 2, heading up towards turn 3. As he heads down towards the technical section of 3 or 4. 6 brings it down to 5th, getting around the corners. Clock says for him, he's up by just about a 10th and a quarter to the first sector. As he heads now up towards turns 7 and 8, open the DRS. Entry speed for the Red Bull about 304 kilometers per hour. As he heads around turns 7 and 8. Up towards now turn 11. Oh, sorry, that was 8 and 9, I should say. Around the hairpin at turn 11. I got my cores all mixed up. Around the hairpin, down to 3rd, up to 4th now at the exit. Over the, against the kink. I kind of butchered that a little bit, I will be honest. Open the DRS. Hey, up towards the final chicane. Turns 13 to 14. 5th gear, clipping the curves very nicely. Maybe a little brush as he's pushing to the limits of that Red Bull. And puts himself up into P4 with a 1 minute 10.065. Washed out on now goes to P2 in the McLaren with a 1 minute 9.869. About 3 100ths behind Matt Plevy at the moment, but a very respectful lap. That was his first lap attempt as well. Farmer Sam heading up towards now turns 8 to 9. Actually, I said before it was turns 7 and 8. This is 8 and 9. Silly me. Up towards now the second sector split. Clock says for Farmer Sam he's still down by 2/10, so he's not really going to improve in this lap, I believe. Eagle is improving on his lap by nearly half a second. With that sort of improvement, he could get himself somewhere into the top 6. But if he gets a good final sector, he could crack into the top 5. And there are clouds coming in as well. I have just noticed that as well. As he'll cross the line very shortly here. Eagle goes to P7 with a 1 minute 10.256. All right, Ryan Bell has invalidated his lap, but not only that, he's also destroyed his front wing in the process. He must have done that at the final chicane, I'm gonna guess. I did notice an Aston Martin that lost his front wing. But, yeah. Whether he did that at the final chicane or prior to that, I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Blake Stevenson on our lap. 4 minutes left on the clock. Still got some time left for drivers to get ready for their final flying laps. Gray about to start another flying lap as he heads up towards the main down the start finish line towards turn 1. That's what I should have said. T-Mac goes to pole right for the moment with a 1 minute 9.823, a very respectful lap time by the Alpine driver. As now Grimmy heads up towards turns 3 and 4. Nice little bit of curve cutting there at turns 3 and 4. Oh, he's down actually by just over a 10th, and he's invalidated the lap in the process. And there is a whole gaggle of cars as well coming down the Casilla Straight. Most of them going to the pit lane, apart from 2 cars. That'd be Blake Stevenson, and that's an AlphaTauri. That's not a Polo Pepsi, that would be combined. Oh dear, this could get interesting. Minus a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking as Baggis has been has retired from the session. That's at oh, jeez. I think that's because Blake was obviously distracted. Dada has retired from the session. What happened to Baggis, though? For the mini-map I saw, he was at turn 2. I'm gonna guess he might have lost it there. Because that's where the yellow flags were indicated. And Dada retired, I think, in the pits. Yeah, Blake Stevenson's got a broken front wing. Well, Combined and Blake Stevenson started very close to one another there on that lap. But, yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Shouldn't have been that close, if I'm totally honest. But let's see if Combined does improve on his lap, I guess. He does. 1 minute 10.9. He does at least improve. So yeah, probably was just a bit of a mixed calculation, I'd say, from Blake Stevenson, really. Matt Plevy right behind. As Raffi and Blake Stevenson have retired from the session. So they will not go further forward in the qualifying. Ryan Bell on a outlap at the moment. Steven Funana. Ventani on the outlap as well. Trying to see who is on a legit lap. Apollo Pesci has invalidated his lap, so he's not really going to prove, of course. Spicer, though, he is up by just about half a tenth to the first sector. Up towards now turns 8 and 9. Entry speed about 305 kilometers per hour. Fifth gear all around the chicane as he heads up towards now turn 11. Clocks us to the middle sector. He's up by nearly a tenth now to the middle sector. Heads around the hairpin, and we'll head up towards now the Casino Straight. Opens the DRS. Heads up towards now the final chicane of the Wall of Champions, turns 13 to 14. Entry speed 327 kilometers per hour. Gets around the chicane very nicely. Maybe a little bit of a moment there at the exit of the corner, but Sebastian Spicer does go to the top with a 1 minute 9.731. Matt Plevy, though, is up by 24 thousandths. That's not enough for pole, though, at the moment. Bridge Oaks is purple to the middle sector. Eagle's about to start his flying lap. Paul Pesci goes into pit lane. Farmer Sam has invalidated his lap time. That's qualifying over for him in the Aston Martin. Can Matt Plevy get to pole position here as he crosses the line? He does get to pole. 1 minute 9.642. He's now up to pole and proves by 2/10. Ryan Bell has invalidated the lap, but he will go again, I think, as long as he didn't cut the chicane. Does he have enough time? No, he does not. He did not make it to the line in time. Ryan Bell will start in 16th. Very surprising to see that. Midas does improve as well to a 1 minute 9.8. Very good lap time from the Red Bull driver. And, oh, was that a bit of front wing that came off? I thought I might have saw something that came off. Fernando has invalidated the lap. He didn't even set a lap time at all. And shows a bit of a displeasure towards an Aston Martin. That might be Ryan Bell that he showed a bit of displeasure to. But in fairness, that's nothing he can do. That's just the AI controlling him. And the funny thing is, it's just started to rain as we enter qualifying. Literally as we just ended qualifying. It's now starting to pour. But that's it. Qualifying done and dusted. Matt Plevy will start on pole position here. And Gridjokes actually got up to P2 with a 1 minute 9.693. So it's half a 10 separated between Matt Plevy and Gridjokes. And there are your results from this. Midas, of course, did get a grid penalty for illegal blocking. I don't know if he'll restart the session, but hopefully not. But anyway, Matt Plevy on pole by half a tenth to Gridjokes. Sebastian Spicer in P3. Less than a tenth separating the top three as well. T-Mac at 4th, Midas 5th. Well, that'll be 10th soon. Watch Data, Blake Stevenson, Eagle, Grimmy, Apollo Pepsi, Pharmacen, Bagus, Raffi, Vintani, combined, Ryan Bell, Funana, and Steely rounds off the grid. These two didn't even set lap times at all. Ryan Bell, that's the one that surprises me the most. Not even saying a proper lap at all. Whether he did that on purpose or not, I don't know. Okay, well, I guess it's race time here. Clear skies, a little bit of clouds here and there. I don't know if they'll be threatening for rain. We'll wait and see, I guess. Yeah, because I never got a weather report. Alright, well, we're going straight to the lights. 5 red lights on, 35 laps in front of us. And it's lights out and away we go here in Montreal. It's a good start, looks like, from Grid Jokes on the outside, heading up towards turn 1. And the Alpine as well of T-Mac trying to outbrake Sebastian Spicer heading through turns 1 and 2. Will he get in front? The answer is yes. He now moves up into P3, does the Alpine. Grid Jokes takes the lead as well, ahead of Matt Plevy, heading up towards now the turn 6 and 7 complex. And now it goes down the inside as T-Mac on Matt Plevy into turn 6 and 7. Matt Plevy trying to shut the door, but the Alpine of T-Mac says, no, I will go in front of you. He moves it to P2. Matt Plevy drops down to P3 as they now follow their way through the chicane of 8 and 9. Everyone getting through relatively okay from what it seems like. We'll look at the position changes in just a few secs. There it is right there. Not too many positions here, just a few spots gained here and there. Down the inside goes the Aston Martin Ryan Bell on Midas into turn 11. He now moves up to 13th place after starting from 16th on the grid, gaining 3 spots on the opening lap. But on the opening lap, it's Grid Jokes that leads by just about 4.5 tenths to the Alpine of T-Mac. He is also on the medium tire as well. I think T-Mac as well is on the medium tire, as I'll put the tire graphic up in just a second. Yep, top 2 on the mediums. But behind, Matt Plevy is on the hards, same with Sebastian Spicer and Watch Data in 5th place, as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. So far, everyone getting through relatively fine. I don't think we had any damage. Oh! That's a bit of moment there. Midas losing a few spots. As also Ryan Bell got past Ben into turn 5. Midas losing quite a few positions there. And now Ryan Bell gets past Baggis. Ryan Bell already has gained 5 spots in the first couple, well, first lap and a half, I should say. See, up through the field as well. T-Mac bringing a little bit of pressure to Grid Jokes, trying to keep up with him as best he can so they can get DRS from the car in front. The thing is with the medium tire runners, the top 2 need to pull away from the hard runners behind. They want to really at least do that. They don't want to get these guys in the clutches of them. And someone is in the pits. That is a Paul Pepsi, so he must have sustained some damage on the second lap, unfortunately for the AlphaTauri driver. So that means he will definitely get he's definitely going to need a safety car to get him back into this race. Little lovely aerial shot looking over turns 6 and 7 and a little bit of the first sector, of course, as well. DRS now active, so now T-Mac will open up the rear wing, and same with the cars that are in the range of DRS, which is pretty much from T-Mac down to Watch Data. T-Mac, though, not close enough, though, to attack Grid Jokes. Grimmy, though, unfortunately, is out of that DRS range. He's 2 seconds behind Watch Data. Lock-up as well. I think that might have been someone from the top 2. That might have had a bit of a lock-up here. But I think T-Mac will make this move quite easily here as they make their way down the Casino Straight. Pretty much nothing the McLaren can do in this situation. The Alpine of T-Mac takes the lead. Farmer Sam now takes P7 away from Grimmy. He's on the hard compound tire, though. Grimmy on the mediums, he's falling back a little bit there. That's not the good news for him, at least, with him on the medium tire. He needs to go forwards, not backwards. Through the chicane, everyone goes. Still the top 6 within DRS range. Making their way through turns 6 and 7. Yellows. Van is out. Will this be a safety car? Yes, it is a safety car. Crashing out before turn 5. The first safety car of the race has come out. That's good news for Paul Pepsi, because that means now he can get back into this race. So what do the Miros do here? Do they want to pit now, or do they want to stay out a little bit longer? And, well, if they pit now, if they go longer on the hards, I think they could make it, but that's a bit of a tall order, really. Those tires will be grim at the end of the race. Top 2 stay out. Plebs, understandably, of course, stays out. Same as Seb, Blake, and Dada. Yeah, I don't think anybody's pitting. Yeah, nobody's pitting. Oh, nope. I take back what I just said. Combined is the first car to pit in this whole safety car queue. A few others involving as well. Manana and Steely. So the 2 Alpha Romeos and Alpha Tauri are now involved in pitting. And it's medium tires again for combined. So a double stack as well. And a front wing change for Funana on the medium compound tire. Steely, I'm gonna guess, will... What has he got? This is just a normal stop. Yeah, normal stop. Medium tires at the go for him. And Apollo Pepsi goes back in. Jesus Christ. That was a quick skirmish there from the AlphaTauri crew. They came out so quickly. That is fair enough, Gav. I mean, especially with a track like Montreal, you do not want to be hitting the walls. It's a track you do not want to make a big-time mistake at. Well, except for the one driver that did, unfortunately, hit the wall, and that was Ventani, out of the race on lap 4. So the only drivers that have pitted are just 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th, but everyone else has not pitted yet. And there are clouds in the horizon. I'm gonna guess there's gonna be some rain involved. I wouldn't be surprised either, because this is Montreal after all. Maybe. I mean, there has been times where the Wall of Champions has claimed some drivers, both in virtual and real life. So, we'll see if your prediction is correct. Take a look back and see biggest winners and losers in this whole thing. Ryan Bell, obviously being the biggest gainer out of anybody, has gained 6 spots since the first 5 laps. After starting in P16, he's up to P10. And with the safety car, it's also brought the field much closer. So we probably will see quite a bit of overtakes from this man. And the safety car is coming in this lap. So that means the virtual Mylander will pop its way back into the pits. And T-Mac will be your de facto safety car. The only question is, when will he go, of course. Oh, is that the, oh, that's the Checo helmet, isn't it? That Grid Jokes has got. Yeah, for the, for what, the F1 World thing? For, like, if you do TT at Mexico, you get, like, the Checo helmet. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, I will admit. Alright, T-Mac is gone, and we're back into green once again here in Montreal. On to lap 7 of 35. So far, everyone getting through line of stern for the moment here as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. Oh, a bit of a moment there from Ryan Bell. Bit twitchy there from the Aston Martin. Now through the chicanes of 3 and 4. So far, everyone getting through relatively okay. Paul Pepsi now has got the first 3-second penalty. That probably won't be the last we see here in Montreal. Thanks for confirming that for me there, Bags. As Midas, I think, is at a moment there at turns 6 and 7. There were yellow flags indicated around him. So he must have had some sort of moment. Maybe sustained damage if he wasn't so lucky. Lock up as well there. Ryan Bell to the inside of Eagle. Gets past him at turn 11. He's now up to P9 already. As they now make their way up towards turns 13 to 14. Down the casino straight. No DRS, of course, until the next couple of laps. Bit twitchy there, I'd say, there from T-Mac. Had a bit of a moment, it looked like. No, they're not close enough to do anything. No one's really close enough in range to make any sort of moves. Through turns 1 and 2. And Midas has sustained damage, so I was kind of correct on that. I think there was a change as well. That might have been either with Farmer Sam and Grimmy, maybe have had some sort of exchange. Up towards 8 and 9 we go. No DRS, of course. Like I said, next lap it will be activated. And that's also another thing as well. I think in 2024 that the regulations state that after the first lap of the race, or under safety car conditions, after one lap the DRS will be activated, which will be very interesting to see how that will be, not just in real life, but of course on the virtual side of things. Up towards now turns 13 to 14. Apollo Pepsi has overtaken Rafi. Combine has overtaken Bagas. Well, now has overtaken Bagas. As DRS is now back to being enabled again. Farmer Sam, though, needs to get back in DRS range. He doesn't want to lose out to the top 6. This was the same situation that Grimmy had on the first bit of the race. Right now the gap is about just hovering about a second. He needs to get under that if he wants to get DRS. And I think he's done that. Just. I think. Let me see if he has got DRS. Yes, he has got DRS. So now we've got almost quite a bit of a whole field train, I guess. Apart from Rafi and Midas. I'll get rid of that for now. I'll probably put it up towards the end. I probably would say anyone would be nervous looking into these, not to hit these walls. Grimmy overtaking Farmer Sam before the Wall of Champions. Not to mention they both had DRS, so probably he's got some straight line speed. Great jokes. To the inside of T-Mac into the first corner. He now takes back the lead into turn 1. Farmer Sam gets a 3-second penalty and goes off the road, as a matter of fact. He does a bit of a Sergio Perez impression. Rejoins in front of Eagle. What on earth happened there between him and Sam? I don't know. There definitely was some kind of coming together. That's also allowed Brian Bell to move up another place. And speaking of which, he might move up another place against his teammate. But that little skirmish, though, that's actually lost them, made them lose out on the train in front of them to watch Dada, who was on the back of the queue. Yeah, that probably was my guess. Yeah, he probably did push him off the track there into the first corner. Up towards the final chicane. Through the Wall of Champions. Now Ryan Bell gets ahead of his teammate. Watch Dada now trying to overtake the Ferrari of Blake Stevenson. Gets the run and gets in front. He now moves up into 5th. does the McLaren. Combined also overtakes Grimmy before turn 1. Apollo Pepsi also overtakes Steely in the process as well. As T-Mac gets a penalty, the first for him of the race. 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Well, there's going to be a whole field train. It's now back to being a top 6 train again. Up towards now the chicane of 8 and 9. Gridjoke's trying to hang on as best he can there. But he's still got T-Mac behind him with DRS. Also got Plebs and Spicer for company. As Baggers has lost 2 places to Finana and Apollo Pepsi. Ooh, that's close. That's quite close from Apollo Pepsi. I could probably say the same for Baggers from what it looked like initially. And here comes Combine lining up a move. On Eagle into turn 13. Paul Pepsi also line up a move of Finana. He gets that move done. So to Combine as well before the chicane. Now can Ryan Bell get into this train? We know how we know how his pace can be. I don't think it would take too long, I'd say, for Ryan Bell to get into the mix of this whole train. He's 1.1, well now just a second behind Blake Stevenson. Only trouble is that he doesn't have DRS to help him get closer. Now we're getting through line of stern pretty much. Side by side here, Grimmy and Apollo Pepsi into turn 11. Down the inside goes the AlphaTauri. Into turn 11. Apollo Pepsi gets the move done. He now moves up into 11th position. And Ryan Bell has gone under second, but not in time though to get DRS as Blake Stevenson goes into pit lane. He'll get off the mediums and get onto a set of hard compound tires that he'll try to carry to the end of the race from here. Through 3 and 4. That's just a top 5 train pretty much. Up towards now turns 8 and 9. No one in a position to make a move. You can't do much of anything if you're in the middle of this train. You have to be pretty much in the top 2 of this train in order to do anything. As Baggers gets a penalty! Oh, as Plebs nearly runs into the back of T-Mac. Hey, up towards the right-hander. That was a bit close from the Ferrari and the Alpine. Still got DRS, the top 5. Top 2 pits. Gridjokes and T-Mac are in the pits. Matt Plevy takes the lead. Sebastian Spicer right behind along with Data. Ryan Bell still isn't in the DRS train yet. He's trying his best to keep up. Farmer Sam though has got a bit of a convoy behind him. 2 AlphaTauris as a matter of fact behind. Along with a French car as well. And an Alfa Romeo and a Mercedes. And another Alfa Romeo. Who's into the sandwich, pretty much. Who the Mercedes in the sandwich of, that is. Combined, not close enough to do anything. Has Ryan Bell got DRS yet? I probably would say the answer is no. He's still about over a second behind as Fernando gets a penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, top 3 are still in the train. Ryan Bell, though, just hasn't been able to do so. I think if I remember correctly, too, Combine will have to pit again. I don't think Apollo Pepsi has to. He might try to go to the end on those tires. Steely overtakes Grimmy. Baggis overtakes Grimmy as well as Grammy goes to the pit line. That explains a little bit. Dada gets a penalty, multiple warnings, 3-second time penalty for him. Penalties just keep on racking. Oh, someone else is not racking here. That's Rafi. He spins at turn 2. No damage from the Williams, I don't think. Nope, front wing looks intact. There's more yellow flags. Steely's in the wall at turn 7, I think that is. And we got a virtual safety car. So now the whole field gets neutralized, just for a little bit. Main thing as well is that you do not want to get a drive-through penalty. That is pretty much game over if you do get a drive-through penalty. Keep your eyes glued to the Delta. I wonder though if anyone will take advantage of this BST. I'm sure the hard runners might do something here. There you go. Matt Plevy gets a drive-through penalty as soon as he enters the pit lane. That stupid glitch still existing. Gah. That's poor. That's so poor. Wow. Oh, this game is so rubbish. Dada gets onto the soft tires. We're back under green. Well, it would have worked perfectly, I would think, for Matt Plevy. Because then he gets closer. Oh, that's tight. Actually, no, not closer. He's in the front of this whole train. Sebastian Spicer and Gridjoke side by side through 3 and 4. Spicer gets a penalty. He's swallowed up by a couple of McLarens. He was almost going to get swallowed up by the other McLaren of Dada as they go through turns 6 and 7. Oh, Matt Plevy, though. He has been absolutely shafted here in this race. Dada gets through. He's ahead of Sebastian Spicer. I don't think, though, those soft tires won't make it at all. He'll have to make another stop unless we can get another safety car. Blake Stevenson's gone onto the grass. How on earth has he done that? What has happened to him? There must have been some sort of contact that I just didn't catch. There goes Plebs into the pits to serve the drive-through. That is just poor. Absolutely poor. Ryan Bell, 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Another driver with penalties. Wait, didn't T-Max start on the... Hang on. I'm trying to make sure of this. Did he start on the mediums? He did. He has to make another stop. Oh dear. Well, that's not good news for him. Oh, that's close! Between Gridjokes and Bagus. So Dada already got through ahead of Bagus, and now the other McLaren will try to get through as well. Not making it easy for him. Down the inside. Oh, contact! As the Haas goes off the road. He'll have to concede. He has no grip compared to the other cars around him. Gee whiz. Oh, hello. Down the inside, that's Brian Bell. As T-Max shuts the door. Brian Bell says, oh, that's cute. I'll just go past you. Oh my goodness, look at the overspeed! He's gonna do 3 cars in 1! Unbelievable! Oh my goodness me! What is in that Aston Martin? That is unreal! What I just saw. 3 cars before that corner. That was unreal! Wow! Unbelievable! He now moves up into 5th. I have never in my life, I don't think I've ever seen a 3-car overtake before the final chicane in this track. Ever. That is incredible. What's a move? What's an absolutely brilliant move? Take a bow. Take a bow. Ryan Bell. Down the inside comes Blake Stevenson on Bagus. Bagus still struggling on those hards. I don't know why he's still out there. No, he's still in trouble. Stevenson goes through ahead of the Haas. As someone goes into the pit lane, that was Baggis. So he has now finally conceded into pit lane. He's given up on those tires, as he should. Right. Dada gets ahead of Eagle. That was before turn 3. Eagle's been on this tire since the start of the race. Farmer Sam has to make a stop too. Combine has to make another one. Because I think too, he also started the mediums, and he'll have to go to a different compound, of course. Yellows, yellows. That's Funana having a moment there at turn 12. Or turn 12. What the hell am I saying? Turn 7. I am getting my course mixed up. Yeah, I've had a bit of a long night, I guess. Ryan Bell overtakes Eagle. That is at turn 11. He did that overtake at. Seems like also Eagle doesn't want to put up a fight against Spy, so that's quite understandable. He didn't have to do that. Well, unfortunately, though, for his effort there, he's now got a penalty for cutting the corner, as Dada now takes the lead of the race here on lap 20. But like I said, has to make another stop. There's no way those tires are making it. T-Mac overtakes his teammate. Ryan Bell all over the gearbox here, combined up towards turn 6 to the outside. Contact. He brushes the AlphaTauri, but he gets through. Grid Jokes also overtakes Eagle as well. Yeah, Eagle's just not putting up a fight, really. Ryan Bell now in the back of his teammate again. I don't think Farmer Sam will make it too hard for him, I imagine. He'll probably just let him through. Spicer overtaking Combine into turn 11. Not much of a fight from the AlphaTauri. Nothing he can do. And here comes Ryan Bell to take P2 away from his teammate. Now I'll have to go hunt down the McLaren of Wash Dada, who's currently in the lead. Eagle goes into the pits, finally gets in after being on those tires for 19 laps. Baggins overtaking Midas. Fanata gets a penalty for multiple warnings. Stevenson. Oh, that's close. Spicer overtakes Farmer Sam. That's at the second DRS straight. Now that came to blows there between these two here. T-Mac down the inside. We'll get by Combine. Yeah, Combine just can't do anything here. He's on 18 laps. 16 lap old medium compound tires. That dude literally has no grip on those mediums compared to everyone else. And wisely backs out. Farmer Sam now goes into the pits after being on those tires for 20 laps. And here comes Stevenson. Bit of a wiggle I see there from the Ferrari against the AlphaTauri. To the inside he goes. He'll take P7 away from Apollo Pepsi. Matt Plevy also gets up to 9th, of course, because Farmer Sam's still in the pits. And Combine gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Fantastic. Whoa, that's close. Jesus. Banana nearly came together with the Aston Martin there of Farmer Sam as he came out of the pits. And also Ryan Bell now is applying pressure on Dada. Oh, quite aggressive and quite taily as he went around the hairpin. Well, with this situation, don't really think there's much Dada can do. Ryan Bell now takes the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix. We still got about over, what was that, about, now it's 14 laps to go, at least. Or 13 laps to go. I can't count. Paul Pepsi now overtakes Blake Stevenson. That's before turn 3. No, he's done that out. Yeah, now we get these little bit of groups. That's something typical you see in Montreal. These little groups that start to form as we go further and further into the race. Gaps and everything start to build, etc. Buckliff as well there from T-Mac. Right on the back of Sebastian Spicer. Farmer Sam now overtakes Grimmy, as Grimmy has a bit of a moment there at the exit of turn 9. To the chicane, not quite close enough. Here comes the Alpine. Can he? No, he can't do it there. Decides not to. Pepsi goes back into the pits. Okay. Farmer Sam, a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Another set of that's the old mediums that he used on the first 2 laps there, Paul Pepsi. So he's back on those tires. You'll easily make it from there, obviously. Gotta make sure to charge up my headset because I just realized my thing's nearly dead. Just to prevent that from happening, I've now charged it, or start charging it. Right. You know, actually, Dada is still keeping up with Ryan Bell, and fair credit. Still trying to keep it up as a 5. Not close enough to do anything there. T-Mac, though, is close. Down the inside goes the Alpine. The French car now moves up into the podium positions. As Combine and Blake Stevenson have pitted for new tires. Medium tire, or no, soft tires, sorry, for Stevenson. Soft tires as well for Combined. They'll come out about 12th and 13th, these two. Fernanda also pits, and a new nose cone as well. Delia's two goes in, so both Alfa Romeos are back in the pits. Eagle. Not close enough. Grimmy had DRS as well, in fairness. Can't do too much. It looked like he had a better run, though. Position change. Spicer now overtakes T-Mac. That's before the chicane of turns 13 to 14. He now moves up back into the podium positions. Dada, not quite close enough into turn 1. Here's your penalty situation as well, if you're curious. Top 5 have got 3 seconds, as Blake Stevenson now, gets a bit of an AlphaTauri sandwich as Baggins gets a penalty. Multiple warnings. Blake Stevenson now will get a run on Apollo Pepsi. Nothing he can do. Baggins gets a run on Grimmy. Nothing he can do. Baggins moves up to 9th. Blake Stevenson moves up to 11th. Bags, if you're in the chat, I know what you're thinking. Alright, top 5. 3-second penalties. Farmer Sam, 6 seconds. Eagle, 3 seconds. Baggins, 6 seconds. Along with Grimmy. Pepsi with 3 seconds. Combined 3 seconds. Rafi, 3 seconds. Funana with 6 seconds. Oh, you know what I'm thinking, Bags. That little thing that happened in 2001. Where things went boom, basically. I'll just leave it at that. And Eagle will probably collapse along with well, Eagle's going to collapse along this too. I actually ruined that. Grid Jokes goes into the pits along with T-Mac for another pit stop. Yes, that thing. That little thing. Oh, side-by-side action here. Eagle going down the inside on Farmer Sam! Oh, this is the McLeod of Grid Jokes till he gets into the traffic. Side by side, that's Blake Stevenson and Bagus. Bagus concedes to the Ferrari. Now I got a 5-car train in this mix. That might be a position change here again. That's Grid Joke's soft tires he's got on. I'll put the tires back on. That's well. Oh, that's contact. Forrest Sam, and through goes Blake Stevenson. Getting by the pair of them there into turn 9. Took the most out of that. And again, side by side as Ryan Bell goes into the pits. Really? I thought he would have actually tried to go to the end, most of them. I'm surprised a lot of them are not doing one-stops, to be quite fair. But okay. Fair enough. So Ryan Bell, where does he come out of all this? P4, and he's on the mediums again. Farmer Sam gets another penalty. These guys have got lots of penalties here. Stevenson trying to do the crisscross on the Alpine. France versus Italy into turn 3 and 4. Oh, it shoots it down the inside. Fantastic. Oh, it's Plebs' spun. Plebs' spun there at turn 6 and 7. He was in 5th after a drive-through penalty, but he's on 12-lap old mediums. Yeah, he's not going to have much pace compared to the cars around him. Now, what does Spicer do here? Does he stay out as well, or does he stay out, or does he go in? A lot of drivers have pitted, apart from him and Plebs. Spicer stays out for another lap. So we'll have we'll have 7 more laps to go in this race. If Spicer stays out, this could be quite an interesting finish to this race. Bell's closing that gap. He's closed about a second in this first sector alone. Look at the gap just tumbling. 7.5 seconds right now. Couple of seconds ago. Oh, down! Oh, that's contact. Spinning goes Farmer Sam. There was contact there between him and Grid Jokes as Farmer Sam was retired on track. Not going to be approved by the stewards at all. That's obviously a big no-no. Yeah, I probably will say Seb's going to go to the end, but look how much time Ryan Bell is gaining. Look at this. Bagus gets a penalty. I probably would say he's gained about nearly 3.5 seconds on this lap alone. Yeah, he's gonna catch up to Spicer in no time if Spicer keeps going. Blake Stevenson overtakes Matt Plevy. Understandably, Plevy is not in a situation to fight him Oh, and Stevenson goes off the road, locks up, and now through goes Matt Plevy, capitalizing on his own teammate's mistake. Yeah, obviously it's not a good thing to do there, Bags. Not a good thing. Eagle, another penalty. Almost the entire grid has got penalties, apart from 3. That being Matt Plevy, Midas, and Steely. Everyone else has been pretty much naughty boys with penalties. Yeah, it's considered a rage quit there, Gav. Yeah, retire on track for just a mistake. It's like, yeah. Well, not a mistake, but he was just taken out by Grid Jokes. .6 seconds between the top two. Now we'll have a swap of position between the two Ferraris again. As long as Blake Stevenson doesn't cock up the final chicane again. Now he does get through there. Good job, Blake Stevenson. You finally executed the chicane. Up towards turn 1. The McLaren now, Grid Jokes, go side by side with Matt Plevy. Plevy, I don't think he'd do anything because he's obviously on old tires. Yep, through goes the McLaren ahead of the Ferrari up to P6. And now Spicer has now been caught by Ryan Bell. The gap is now 1 second. Yep, spun, pause, retire on track. Yeah, obviously is a big no-no. Yeah, Ryan Bell in a position to win this race for sure. Yellow's Eagle is spun. That is at turn 9. No front wing, I don't think, from the Alpine. As Sebastian Sparzer has conceded the position to Ryan Bell before the final chicane, Bell takes back the lead. After starting from 16th on the grid, he is let back into the lead again. Yeah, if we complete this lap, I don't think we'll have another safety car from this point forward. In Plevy's situation, though, he's got to stay out as best he can with those tires. Yeah, in his situation, yeah, try to capitalize on anyone that has got penalties in front as best you, at least as best you can. Eagle goes into the pits for soft tires. He must have sustained a bit of damage. Oh, well, actually, wait, no, what am I saying? He had a broken front wing, silly. Hello, ACW. Good to see you just joined. We're just almost into the end of this race. 4 more laps to go here in Montreal. Soon to be 3 laps to go. Ryan Bell right now leads the way by 3.2 seconds. As Rafi has a penalty, I think I just saw there. Put the penalties back up just so you can see what the situation is. Almost everyone's in deadlock, but the worst driver on penalties is clearly Baggis with 9 seconds worth of pens. Top 5 though got penalties, but I think the best that Matt could do is just really hang on for top 7 place at least. Because the AlphaTauri's behind never got penalties. Yeah, spun at turns... Well, drive-through penalty was the first thing, and yeah. Spun at turns 6 and 7. Red Jokes on the back of Blake Stevenson. Yellow flags are out as Rafi has crashed. That is at turn 7. He's done that at. Yep. Spun and hit the wall on the right-hand side. Of course, no safety car because we've got 2 laps to go. Fernando's also retired as well. So he's done for the day. Grid Jokes now overtakes Blake Stevenson at turns 1 and 2. McLaren now moves up into 5th place. In terms of an even battle, that's the only even battle we've got on track. We also got these guys, of course, with Plebs and the 2 AlphaTauri's, but realistically, they can't do much because Plebs is, well, he's got no penalties, and the cars behind him have got penalties. Yeah, in realistic scenes, I don't see him getting close to his teammate, obviously. Combined on the back of Plebs. See if he'll line up and move as Ryan Bell starts the final lap of the race. Will Combine do anything here into the chicane? No, he will not. Lifts. Wisely does. Good decision there from Combine. You'll have DRS again, obviously, here up towards turn 1. Slipstream. Oh! No, I can't do anything there. Just couldn't do enough to get by Matt Plevy into turn 1. Up towards 3 and 4. They get through there very nice. Up towards now 5. Turn 6. To the end of the first sector. Ryan Bell, of course, coming around the hairpin. I can see on the mini-map. Can Combine get Plevs here into turn 8? The answer is no. He's not close enough to do anything. But meanwhile, a very commanding drive from Ryan Bell from 16th to 1st here in Canada. He will win the Canadian Grand Prix. Who will get second place though? Will it be Dada or will it be Spicer? The answer is going to be Spicer. He'll claim P2. Dada gets P3. A noble effort from Dada, I will say, for going on those soft stints. T-Mac in 4th. Grit Jokes 5th. Blake Stevenson 6th. Matt Plevy holds off the Avatars. Will finish in 7th position. Combine in 8th. Hits the wall. Apollo Pepsi in 9th. Combine 8th. Apollo Pepsi 9th. Bagas in 10th, but I think that will change. Grimmy will get ahead of him because of the pens. So Grimmy 10th, Bagas 11th by 62,000 nonetheless. And Midas will finish in 12th along with Eagle and then Steely. I'm not sure if Rafi will be classified. Because the top 15 obviously do score points. But we'll wait and see. But Steely will be the last of the runners to finish 14th. I wonder who driver of the day will be given to. Probably not a certain Aston Martin driver. Oh, what do you know? It is an Aston Martin driver, Ryan Bell. From 16th to 1st. Well, not only doing a drive from 16th to 1st, but of course, probably pulling off one of the best overtakes I've ever seen on this racetrack. That triple overtake at the Casino Straight was absolutely amazing to watch. But he also wins here, Canada. Spicer 2nd and Dada finishing in 3rd. And there are the unofficial results of this Canadian Grand Prix. Ryan Bell not only claims the victory, but he also gets the fastest lap. So he gets the full complement of points here for this race. Spicer 2nd, Dada 3rd, T-Mac 4th, Gridjux 5th, Stevenson 6th, Plevy 7th, Combined 8th, Pepsi 9th, Grimmy 10th, Bagas 11th, Midas in 12th, Eagle 13th, Steely in 14th, and I think Rafi has been classified according to the game, so I think he will get that 1 point. Funana 16th, Sam, and Vin. Yeah, in order to be classified, you have to go past the 90% rule, of course. Yeah, well, that was a Canadian Grand Prix. That's all I could put it as. It was just a normal Canadian Grand Prix, but had some moments, had a bit of drama here and there, but yeah, I would say a bit of an entertaining race to watch. Yeah, it was quite entertaining. Yeah, congratulations to Ryan Bell on winning here in Montreal. Yeah, Spicer getting P2, Dada P3. Bell started from 16th to 1st. Yeah, good drive. But yeah, that overtake though, that was something else. But I think with that, I think that's the stream here. So where are we exactly? I'll look at the calendar real quick. Yes. Oh, yes, we're going to Bahrain because, it follows the National Race Spec calendar. Alright, so I guess we'll wrap it all up here. I have been K1997. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you for the third round of the championship at the Bahrain International Circuit for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Take care, everybody, and have a good night.